Ever met a boy who dreamed of the stars but walked through fire to reach them? This is the story of a child who lost his father, worked in a market at night, and still became a PhD scholar against all odds. If you think your struggles are too big to overcome, wait until you hear this. Welcome to Historical Stories, where real-life legends are told. How a poor market worker earned a PhD. This little boy is me, and the person sitting beside me is my teacher, the one from whom I learned so much about the market. This is the story of a boy who dreamed of reaching the skies, but the ground beneath his feet often turned into quicksand. My bond with the market is no ordinary tale. It is a connection forged through life's bitter and harsh experiences. It was 2005 when I moved from 5th grade to high school. My heart was filled with joy, my mother's eyes sparkled with dreams, and my father's face carried a proud smile. But destiny had already begun tightening its grip. When my father passed away, it felt as if time had suddenly stopped. I had just started painting the walls of my dreams when fate snatched the brush from my hands. My father's death seized me like a storm, swallowing a fragile boat. But I did not fall apart. Within a week, I gathered my courage and turned toward the market. My first job, sorting tomatoes all night for just 30 rupees a day. The pay may have been small, but my determination was far greater. In the darkness of the night, when the lights in others' homes went out, I practiced my dreams under the lanterns of the market. The scent of tomatoes, the screeching of vehicles, and the voices of laborers. Everything marked the beginning of a new world for me. During the 3-month summer vacations, I would be at the market. In the winters, whenever there were short breaks, I would head back to the market. And during school days, I worked in the fields of my village. Thus, my journey of education and labor continued side by side. In school, I always secured top positions. From 6th grade to 10th, I held the flag of first position. When my name shone on the school's walls, my sweat-drenched body and tired face would fill with an unseen peace. Then came the dream of modern postgraduate college, a desire of every young student, and it became my destination. By the grace of Allah, my name appeared in the list of medical students, but life does not always show its easier side. Responsibilities grew heavier, and I had to leave Madan. I enrolled in the H9 college in Islamabad for a BCom. Accounting was like a foreign language to me, but I learned it so well that by the annual exams, I was teaching my friends. I was admitted to H8 Commerce College, but attending morning classes was difficult because I had to work in the market to feed myself. Nights were spent sifting through the dust of the market. In those days, the Pak India trade route was open and markets were thriving. I worked unloading goods from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Then, after a short rest, I sold tomatoes from Fajr until 10 a.m. Then I would head to college. And so my BCom journey successfully concluded at Quaid-i-Azam University, Islamabad. After completing my BCom, I enrolled in a B.Ed at Allama Iqbal Open University, while simultaneously securing admission for a Master's in Finance at the Federal Urdu University. This journey, too, reached its destination successfully. The light of knowledge only increased my hunger for more. I enrolled in an M.Ed at Allama Iqbal Open University, and a few months later I began my M.Phil in Finance at Rifa International University, a journey that, by the grace of Allah, was also successful. And now, alhamdulillah, my PhD journey in finance continues at NUST, Islamabad. I never allowed fatigue to become a wall in my path. I sweated in the dust of the market, pulled carts, worked in hotels, loaded and unloaded goods, stained my hands with onions, potatoes, and chilies. But never once did I think of stopping. I always believed that there is dignity in labor. And today, I am reaping the fruits of that belief. This story of mine is for those young people who categorize work into hierarchies. The truth is, hard work is never small. The only condition is to never lose sight of the dream. The path will be tough, but the Almighty will keep opening ways. From a 30 rupee daily wage to a PhD, this story proves that no dream is too big and no struggle is too small. If this inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more untold tales of resilience, and drop a comment. What's the hardest challenge you've ever overcome? Until next time, remember, history isn't just about kings and wars. It's about people like you and me. Stay strong, keep dreaming. Thanks for watching, and I see you next time.